My name is Dean DeTonencourt. I'm the broker-owner of HomeSmart Professionals Real Estate in Rhode Island. We've been with the HomeSmart system about 2.5 years now. It has completely changed my perspective on the industry. And the reason I say that is because it's completely new to our marketplace. The concept, when we look at the commission structure, the compensation model, it's new to Rhode Island altogether. And bringing that model to Rhode Island has really made a change in the industry that has caused a lot of people to just take a look at it. You know, it's a new concept. Although there are companies that have a flat fee structure, they're also not a full service operation. They're flat fee or reduced fee with also reduced services. And what makes it different for us is that it's a full service brokerage. We get all the services of the traditional brokerage, but at a reduced cost to the agent. And that's what's making it different. Agents were really receptive to it because for a long time brokers have been keeping far too much money of the agent's money and their commissions. And for far too long they've been keeping more of the commission, keeping a higher percentage of the money, and the agents are finally realizing that they are the reason for their own success. They are who the client is hiring, not the company. Agents have become too dependent on brands, and the brand really wants the agent to be dependent on that brand. But more and more agents are realizing that it's not the brand that's generating their business, it's the agent that's generating their own business. The brokerage is just a part of the agent's success. We're not a reason or the reason for the agent's success. We're a reason, and because we're just part of what they're doing. So if we can support them, give them the tools that they need, give them the education that they need to be successful in their career, then they're ultimately going to do so. I tell all of our agents, the client hires the agent hires the brokerage to support them in their business in serving that client. And that's truly what's making the difference. So it's been embraced really well in our market. I've always been someone who embraces something new. I always feel as though there's a need for something, and there's also always a room for something. People say, well, there are so many franchises already in Rhode Island. Well, there are, but there's also room for more. If you don't allow more companies, more brokerages, more challenges, then ultimately we're not going to be on the top of our game. So that, to me, just brings on more competition in me. You know, there are brokerages that have opened since I did, and when we opened our brokerage, people said, you know, there hasn't been something new in a long time, and all of a sudden there are things that are new again. So, you know, so that brings along more challenge and keeps everybody, you know, striving for success. When we first started, we started when I left my former brokerage. There was just a handful of us. But by the time we opened, we were in temporary location. By the time we opened the actual location, we opened with 48 agents. So the transition that we made was an excitement within the industry. All of a sudden, people said, who is HomeSmart? And it really made an impact because we had agents working in different parts of the country. In Rhode Island, you can service every part of Rhode Island. And while there are little nuances in different cities throughout Rhode Island, and the consumer likes to know that you're locally based in their area, generally speaking, you can handle all parts of Rhode Island from one location. So we opened in central Rhode Island, which allowed us to do that and allowed us to attract agents in different market areas throughout the state. The training that we went through was great. We came out for an introductory training, which was a week long, which is never enough. A week is never enough to learn everything you need to know. And the support has been incredible. At any point in time, we can just call. There's somebody that's available to help us through it. And on top of it, the franchise also allows for staff members to come out on site to help us with what we need locally as well. If I were speaking to a broker who was thinking about opening a brokerage or changing the structure of their current brokerage, I would let them know the benefits of the HomeSmart system in the sense that the support is there. At any point in time, the support is there. But more so, It's a structure that allows you to grow within yourself and within your parameters that you've set for yourself. So you get the tools, you get the support, you get the compensation model, you get the concept. But what you can do is still implement your own structure, your own training, your own support services. Everything that you would do as a local broker, you're still doing. You just now have support in doing so. There are a lot of local brokerages that survive very well in our market. There are a lot of them. We're a very small marketplace. But to have the backing of the system, I tell everyone, real estate's already been invented. I wasn't out to reinvent or create real estate. I wanted to sell real estate. I wanted our agents to sell real estate. I wanted the tools to help me support them in what they're doing in selling real estate instead of going out and reinventing the wheel. And that's why I'm with HomeSmart. You know, when I look at the success of the growth of our franchise, what I realize now is that I didn't need to be nervous about growth. Whenever you start something new, you always wonder, you know, how's it going to be received? How are you going to grow? We've been fortunate to just grow organically. There are companies that have positions and employees whose main focus is based on growth and recruiting. I've been fortunate enough to not have to have that position. We're growing because of word of mouth. I'm not spending every day on the phone recruiting. I'm spending my days responding to inquiries because our agents believe in the system. They have a compensation plan that keeps more money in their pocket, and they are telling all of the agents in the industry or in our marketplace what it's all about. They're talking about the sense of community, they're talking about the sense of culture that we've created in our market, and other agents just want to know about it. So if a broker is considering making a change, the structure attracts people. It intrigues people enough. People are calling us to want to be part of it. And we're sharing our story with folks as they call us. I'm not spending every day recruiting. And that's what's making it different for me. And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that response, but you know, I'm responding accordingly. Again, deliver what you promise. That's what companies are missing the boat on. Companies are not delivering what they promise. They sell their agents a bill of goods, and then they come on board and they're just left with the masses. But if you deliver what you promise and spend every day doing it, agents are going to respond accordingly. They've come because of the value proposition you've shared with them. You need to deliver that same proposition. HomeSmart allows the support that I need in being able to deliver it because I've got the technology, I've got the support of the entire staff, and we've got great tools that we can share with our agents. So I can spend every day being a broker locally, delivering what we need to locally because we have the support and the services and the technology that we don't have to be reinventing the wheel.